All right, Big Man, today is Tuesday. It's April 1st. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Tuesday. We got Kenjack on Zoom, and we have two newcomers that are in studio. It's Beef. It's Mike Katic. Welcome in. Mike, this is your first time overall doing stuff with us, so how we doing?
Good. I'm excited. I think it's a great debut for me, great list. Being a fat athlete, I think I got a little heads up on all these guys, so yeah, I'm ready.
Would you say that you're fat, or are you just like your lineman?
I'm fat.
Okay, all right.
Well, people say. I mean, I always
carry
say,
it well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, according to doctors, I'm morbidly obese.
Yeah, but so is like LeBron James. That's like the old.
Yeah.
that's
So
always the fun
when
fact.
people ask me, I'm like, yeah, I am technically fat, but I carry it better than some people that didn't play.
You're large.
So here's kind of
You're
what
going to do the Taylor Lewan?
I'm trying. I'm kind of in the process.
It's a lot harder to do it in this office.
It's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
the streams, the amount of food. I mean, yeah. So I mean, my goal was 290 by May, but I haven't really made any progress.
Are you going the other direction?
No.
That's progress.
I'm not going the other direction. But another thing,
That's
I love to hammer beers, so like I have to cut that out.
Who wants a six-pack when you can have a keg? That's the
Yeah,
rule,
that's
right?
yeah. We'll see.
I love drinking beers, dude.
Yeah, man.
Drinking beers,
leads to
it's
more.
great.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great.
Happy opening day. We're recording this on opening day.
Yeah.
It's a beer day.
Well, here's kind of one distinction I want to get into before we really deep dive into it. I mean, all linemen are athletes, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard because I don't want it shouldn't be an all lineman list.
Oh yeah.
I don't really have linemen on.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
I got multi-sport athletes.
Yeah.
Multi-sport.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all right, so we're all on the same page.
I was a little biased. I do have a good amount of linemen, but you'll see it.
That's fine. If you want to do it that
Yeah.
way, that's fine. But like, technically, I could just take the starting
Yeah,
line
you
for the
could.
Bears, and
Yeah.
they could be like,
yeah.
those are
Not the way I'm going with this, but
Yeah,
it could happen
exactly.
that way, I guess.
yeah. Beef, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Another beautiful day. Hey, it's opening day for
It
baseball
is.
season. Cubs are already 0-2, unfortunately. We got those two games in Tokyo out of the way, so we're just trying to put some wins on the board now.
I know it's unfortunate.
We were just saying before in this office, I'm so fucking sick of giving any American sport to like anywhere outside of America. I don't want any more football games abroad. I don't want any baseball games abroad. I want it all here. You want it, you come watch it here. I'm an open-minded person. I'm wildly xenophobic when it comes to sports. I just want them to come here.
I think I'm cool with it, but it shouldn't they should have just made that a spring training game or something.
Yeah.
100% agree. We
That's-
talked about in this
that-
office.
yeah,
It
that's the
should have
only
been 2
difference.
exhibition games. Just show off all of your stars, right?
Yeah.
Pay homage to them, and then make
That's
them
it.
not part of the regular season.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it. There was something cool about waking up that early and watching it, so I'm good.
But what if the Cubs now miss the playoffs by
Dude, I had 2
a
games.
game?
Yeah, because
half game?
This is the thing. If the Cubs started 2-0, we'd be like, this was great.
But here's what's nice though is they did play the best team, so it's already kind of like
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
that's the Dodgers. If you drop 2 to the fucking White Sox, then it's like it's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a fluke. All right, here we go. Best big man athletes, best fat leads, however you want to say it. I don't
Fat
know how,
leads.
yeah,
Fat leads.
because it looks easier to say than it actually is to pronounce.
Yeah.
So. Let's do it. Kenjack, Lance has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
4.
No.
Mike, what number is it?
2.
2, correct.
All right, so now you pick your order in the draft, 1 through 5. If you pick 5, it snakes back, so you get back to back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick 5.
Okay.
Boy, you're going 5.
Yeah.
You want 2 in a row. You don't want the first overall pick?
No.
He's got a deep board.
Got a
Strategy.
deep board.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Beef, 1 through 4.
1.
No.
Chief, 1 through 4.
3.
Yeah, 3.
I'm going first.
Okay. Me, 1 to 3. 3.
No.
Kenjack,
1.
Yes, 1.
2, 3, 4.
I'll do 3.
All right. Beef, 1 or 2.
1.
1.
You
I'll
want 2?
take the 2 hole.
All right. So the order is Chief, Beef. I like that.
Chief Beef.
Chief Beef, Kenjack.
That sounds like something Chief Keef would sell at like McDonald's or something. That would be like
That
his.
sounds like
It's
a
the number 1
brand.
meal right
We should
there.
start a show together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chief Beef.
Yeah, it's beef jerky, It's like there's it's like the wrap snacks, but it's beef jerky
Yeah.
instead. Chief Beef, Kenjack, Eddie, Katic. Before we really get underway, though, I do want to talk about my friends at Game Time. The best part of college basketball is here, and we know you're as excited as we are to watch some big upsets throughout the tournament. While we're streaming in the cave, you can get out to see the action in person with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices in the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find the great deals on seats you'll want. You can even find last-minute tickets for the tournament for up to 60% off. Quickly and easily, just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. I was looking at tickets to the Final Four. Right now, you can get in the door for $225. That's great. San Antonio, if you're in the area, hop on that and go do it. They've got curated deals for all tiers of tickets, and you know you're getting the top option when you see the super deal icon. What are you waiting for? Go buy those tickets to the Final Four. Tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DOGWALK. That's DOGWALK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. All right. Let's do it. Lead us off, Chief.
Babe Ruth. I think this is the obvious 1-1.
Is it?
What?
Is it?
Yes, dude. Yes. He was at a time, he was always fat, and he was also considered the greatest athlete of all time for a while. So the home run king, the Sultan of SWAT, all the nicknames from what the fuck is the movie? Sandlot.
Great band.
And I have to read his diet. You guys know about his diet?
No.
Yes.
I just know hot dogs and beer.
It's way better than that. So they would say the rumor is his breakfast 6 to 8 eggs, 2 to 3 steaks, fried potatoes, coffee, and whiskey. That's how he started the day. Lunch 10 to 12 hot dogs, burgers, and sandwiches. Dinner 2 to 3 more steaks, potatoes, some vegetables, and a dessert, which is usually ice cream or pie, and then he would snack throughout the day. And then he would go out and hit absolute fucking bombs. So Babe Ruth, to me, there's not too many guys on this list who are going to be considered the greatest ever to do what they did. He's in that category. So he is on athleticism, yes, the diet, yes, and the look. He's just a big fat guy. So Babe Ruth to me is number 1.
You think the opposing team's just looking over into their dugout and just seeing him rifle down hot dogs and beers?
Hot dogs.
Crushing
He's
it.
just having like ribeye steaks just fed into his mouth.
2 to
Incredible.
3 steaks is crazy.
A lot of protein.
Insane. Yeah, a lot of protein. They said over 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah,
for
adds
Babe
up.
Ruth.
Jesus.
Can I call BS on that?
You can, but I don't.
meal?
The myth is better than the truth.
Sure.
Sometimes. Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
And it does feel plausible.
Hitting home runs got to be like minus 2,000 calories. We just got to start hitting more home runs.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Just
so.
a little jog around the bases.
Yeah, 90 feet at a time.
But because everyone says too, like them back in the day, like they were fat, but compared to today's day and age, they were not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So look at pictures of him though.
I know, but he still probably was. You wouldn't look twice at him in today's age.
No,
Oh,
he'd
no
be
way.
a more common looking guy, but like he's still, when you see pictures of him, he had the belly, he had the face fat. He's a fat guy.
So get into you, Ken Jackson.
Wait, he was 6'2", 215. That is like a skinny guy.
By today, but like he doesn't look like it. He look
doesn't,
at his
but
face.
That's skinny.
I feel like that was probably the last time he was weighed was when he was like 17.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You didn't like the pick, Ken Jack?
He's on my list, like my top grouping, but I think universal number 1, maybe not, is my only thing. By the way, something I found out just yesterday, just random timing, something I saw on TikTok. Girls think that Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson, they confuse them. So when they think Babe Ruth is black, they think Babe Ruth broke the color barrier. And I saw this like TikTok trend where like every girl thought that Babe Ruth was the black guy that broke the color barrier. It's crazy.
That is, girls might be onto something because that is a conspiracy theory that he was black.
Yes, that he was part black. I've seen that
Oh,
before
really?
too.
Yeah, like Ty Cobb used to like make jokes about it, and
I didn't know that.
there are a lot of people back in the day who would say that he was black.
Interesting. All righty. Well, I'm happy that you took Babe Ruth because I'm going to take the clear number 1 overall, Shaq Daddy Diesel.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he
You
was
didn't
even
think he
number
was
2.
one? Oh, no, he's got to be number 1.
No.
He is just such a dominant force, I think, in basketball. I would say he's got to be number one. Just feed the ball to Shaq right down low. He's going to get you 30 points. He's going to dunk on you. He's going to break backboards.
Yeah, but when he was they actually had to change.
He did break a backboard.
He did.
Yeah. Multiple.
They pulled him down.
Pulled him down.
They had to change the structure to prevent him from doing that. Because he was doing that when he was Orlando Magic Shaq, which was kind of skinnier Shaq, Jack Shaq.
Doesn't matter. It's a whole embodiment of career right there.
Yeah, Laker Shaq. Laker
career.
Shaq was fat.
Heat Shaq.
Maybe not
Heat
Celtic
Shaq,
Shaq,
yeah.
but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Shaq was definitely.
Oh, he qualifies.
Yeah,
He's on my
sure.
list. I thought there was a clear top 2, and Shaq would have been my 3rd pick.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's a Shaq diet out there, but I would be more impressed to see his. I think he would like absolutely body Ruth. Like I think
so
Shaq's
too.
Shaq's McDonald's meal is probably all time.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where he was in an era where we knew about health. So like whatever they reported was probably not true, unfortunately. So like I just Googled it and was like, he had a low carb, high protein diet. It's like bullshit.
Oh yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, but I did love the it was in some documentary about Shaq and Kobe in that era, and Phil Jackson was just like, don't work out. Like, don't work out. Like, we have to, like, just relax in the off season and then just, like, build up your strength and endurance and stuff throughout the regular season so you're not worn down by the playoffs. So just eat and chill and don't do anything and just be ready to go for
That's
the
the
playoffs.
life.
What a great off-season prescription.
Yeah.
You know what? Just hang out,
Just
chill.
And it
have
drove,
whatever you want to
drove
eat.
Kobe crazy because Kobe
Yeah,
was working his ass off.
Yeah.
Stunned you didn't go in a different direction, Beef, but
Right.
we'll keep it rolling. Kenjack.
Great pick though. I mean, you hear anybody in the NBA world talk about Shaq and like having to play against him. Like it was the worst thing on the planet. Nobody could defend him. He was just so heavy, like you couldn't touch him.
Well, that was the
for
thing
mine,
too. Like guys they would just get like big guys for fouls.
Yeah.
Like we just have to be able to foul him enough. So they'd have like 3 7-footers who had no business being in the NBA. We're like, just go out there and hack the shit out of them.
Scott Pollard, he'd come in. For,
Yes, yeah.
come in for Vlade Divac. And it was like,
the mutton chops.
you got 6, Scott. Go do it.
for mine, I'm really caught between 2, and if there is a chance that I somehow get both the second guy on the turnaround, I'll be so happy. I'm gonna go with Butterbean.
Fuck.
I think
great.
Butterbean. That's just that to me was the number one. That you want to talk about a guy in a sport that requires insane amounts of endurance and surviving the whole this long. Like the length of Butterbean's career is insane when you look at him and look at the size of him. And to me, that the ability, the fact that he was actually a very good boxer, on top of the fact that he was huge, on top of the fact that his career was that long, and on top of the fact that his name was Butterbean, like all of that encapsulates the perfect big boy athlete to me. So I think it's got to be Butterbean. That would have been, I think, my number one, even if I was the number one overall pick.
Butterbean's a great pick. Butterbean is so, in my head, so synonymous with a fat athlete. I don't even know if he's a good boxer. But I like if you were to give me a challenge, like name all the boxers you can. Like if it was like a dozen challenge,
Yeah,
just name boxers.
Yeah.
He would be on my list, and I have no idea if he was good, but he was such like a cultural icon for being a big.
And you've definitely flipped through channels as a kid and seen him beating some ass.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
always like, it always felt like he was getting the best of someone.
And he was the one that was he on Jackass when he knocked?
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the power of that guy was nuts.
And I think they even said on that episode he holds the California state record for fastest knockout. It's like
Really?
14 seconds, including the 10 count.
Oh, really?
Just think
So
about that,
4
like,
seconds.
Just a one
Just walk
punch
to the middle of
down,
the ring, one punch.
Down,
got
see you
beat.
later.
Jeez.
Dude, 77-10 boxing record.
Wow.
He
Yeah,
was
what a
a
good
monster.
Yeah.
This is my 1-1. I'm very upset. I almost got him. Just because he's so unique.
Yeah.
Like there's no one like him on this list. We will get close to comparisons on some of these picks, but Butterbean, there's nobody like him. And fantastic nickname. His name is Eric Esch, actually.
Yeah.
How
that's
did the
Butterbean to me.
Butterbean name come to be? Do
That's
we
a
know?
great question.
Let's look that
I
up.
think he had to lose weight, and by losing weight, he just could only eat butter beans to fight in like California State Athletics or Nevada. They're like, hey, you have to be a certain weight, and he
Really?
just hammered butter beans.
Damn,
As long
dead
as
on.
That is it.
That's it? How about
Butter-
beef?
I know my big fellas.
Yeah.
guys. I know my big fellas.
He received the nickname Butterbean because he was forced to go on a diet mostly consisting of chicken and butter beans in order to meet the Tough Man 400. So he had to be.
He had to go to a diet to get under 400 pounds. Like, that's great. Oh, what a
4 bills
beast.
to fight. Jeez.
Yeah.
And 77-10, right? That was his record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big boy.
Fucking Beef's a Butterbean historian.
Dude,
Best
58
shorts in
by
the game,
knockout.
right?
58 of his 77 by knockout. That's crazy.
Heavy hands.
Yeah.
Damn, shout out to Butterbean, man.
Yeah.
I'm pissed I can't have him on my board. He's going to look great on there, Kunjak.
Mm-hmm.
It's to me, I'm going to go where I thought Beef was going to go. I'm going to go with John Daly.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on my board.
Yeah, I mean, John Daly is another one of those, like, Goodfellas, American Pie. Like, if you listen to the show forever, we've broke him down, like, ad nauseum. But John Daly's the fucking man. And I don't know. Do you like him?
I love him. He's my favorite golfer.
Is he? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I didn't
Him
know
and
if
Boo
he...
Weekly, but I wasn't going to just go straight with the golf pick. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But
know,
you're all class. That's why I always thought maybe you'd be like, I don't know. That's just a little...
I still think if I had to take a dominant force, I'm taking Shaq over John because John only has, 2 majors and Shaq has 6 titles.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good reasoning.
Yeah, and like just the whole embodiment of it, the drinking, the smoking cigs, like
Yeah.
there's like that old cliche that if John Daly had been born to Tiger Woods' father, like his talent was like unmatched. He just showed up and did it though. He didn't put the work.
Yeah, he just said, hey, I'll take some Diet Cokes, a couple cigs.
Yeah.
What's the first tee? Where's the first record? Which sports record? And just go.
He's for like Family Feud stuff. You're like, who would you like to have a beer with or play a round of golf with? I feel like he's always at the top of
Has to.
everybody's
Oh,
list.
probably also the only golfer on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Probably.
think anybody else has another golfer on there.
No.
Probably. You would be the only one who would have someone. Like, cause
There
you
might be a deep cut.
because, golfers, I think, a lot better than the rest of the
Yeah.
group. But,
Dude, John Daly's diet, by the way, I just saw it. Daily, 3 to 4 trips to McDonald's. I used to be able to eat 2 Big Macs, 2 or 3 cheeseburgers, chocolate shake, regular Coke, and pretty easily. Burger King, Taco Bell, 4 to 6 packs of M&Ms, multiple packs of chocolate muffins, chocolate ice cream, 12 to 20 Diet Cokes, and 40 cigarettes. No water. He says, I don't drink water. I cannot stand to drink water.
And then you just see him, hanging out at the local Hooters or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sponsorship deals and just crushing
Yes.
some wings later.
yeah, and he's a guy, like, he was walking 18 a lot. If he didn't have to
Good
do
point.
that. Like,
Yeah.
He's an Arkansas Razorback, too.
Yeah.
College basketball. That was our team for Experience Busters.
Oh, was it?
And
Yeah,
you won.
there you go.
And you won.
His kid goes there, right?
He does.
Yeah.
Little John Daly.
Little John.
He's a stud, too. He's awesome.
I'll pumped to get Daly in the first round. Katic,
good pick.
you're up.
All right. I mean, I know you guys probably thought I'd go here with the lineman, and I did. Arguably the best O lineman to ever live, Larry Allen, I'm going with.
Yeah, he was good.
I mean, benches 700 pounds, one of the best O linemen ever. And if everyone's seen the famous clip of him hawking down that linebacker from Flatfoot, he's an unbelievable athlete. And then I'm going Prince Fielder for my second pick.
I didn't think he'd go that high, though.
I think as for his size, MLB player, I mean, hitting dingers, all the amount that he did. Yeah, I think those are my number 1 and number 2 off my list. So I'm happy with those 2.
I think
I
that's
had
all
Larry.
time.
I drafted Larry Allen in something.
I think you drafted him in the backyard football draft.
Yeah.
Like the football.
I think I might have drafted him on 2 occasions.
I think you
he
did
might have
too.
been in my we had like
Fight
a
crew?
fight crew where Dave took Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna have Larry Allen put him on the crucifix. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude's a monster.
Yeah.
I think Prince Fielder, unfortunately, is like an all-time worst press conference for me when he had to finally hang up the cleats.
Oh,
He's sitting there in the neck brace, and he's like, "Doctor said I can't play baseball no more." And
Oh, I don't
it hit me
remember that.
right in the heart. I was like,
it was very emotional.
you just enjoy watching players.
Yeah.
Obviously, like he's a big guy.
Yeah,
He's
and
like, I can't play baseball no more.
he still had some tread on the tires too.
I think him and his dad ended their careers with the same amount of home runs, though.
That's
Yeah, I think
crazy.
you're right.
And
Yeah,
they like
it's
hate
crazy
each
fact.
other, right?
Yeah, they had an icy relationship.
Yeah.
Then there's an awesome picture of like him as like a little pudgeball kid.
Yeah.
His dad, yeah.
Had bad in practice.
Yeah, so it's like you see that, you never think that kid would have made the majors, let alone be as good as he was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe a little high on Prince, but I think he was definitely
Yeah.
going to get picked.
Yeah.
You're right. They both finished with 319.
That's crazy.
319.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Larry Allen's a good pick. Just he's the definition of a brick shit house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
Scary, dude.
Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Before I do though, I want to talk about BlueChew. Hey, BlueChew. Have better sex with BlueChew. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. Guys, be ready when she needs it and get your first month of BlueChew free. Great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. BlueChew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is that it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. BlueChew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That is the mission. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of BlueChew free when you use promo code DOGWALK. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code DOGWALK. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring this podcast. Okay, I am up.
Praying you don't take my pick right now. I'm praying.
There's so many, dude. I don't think this is it, but I mean, a little homerism, but he does have like the best big man nickname ever. It's the Fridge.
William Perry. Yep.
I had him high.
Yeah, I'm taking the Fridge. He scored touchdowns,
Yeah.
so
He's nimble.
yeah, he had to move.
When you need to, just feed the ball to the fridge. Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I still like an icon.
Yeah,
Chicago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
legend.
You knew that had to go in the first couple rounds here. with
Definitely,
being a
yeah.
Chicago-based career, right? Like,
yeah.
there's no way that thing was slipping to the third or fourth round. Not a
Yeah,
chance.
Ken, Jack, or Mike, you guys tell me if that's too high because you guys might be the only non-biased parties.
No, I think that's perfectly fine. Like if he would played for like the Chargers, I would have picked him. He's just like as far as skill level goes, on top of being massive and his name being the Fridge. Like we were saying, I was kind of the same thing with my rationale for Butterbean. He's got the name, the skill, the size, all of it. So
I think that's a great pick.
The Fridge really factors in.
Yeah.
And playing some offense too always helps. Like if you come in as a lineman and play a little fullback, I love that. I love that.
Never got that opportunity.
Also,
Damn.
Sorry.
Was there ever a package? Did they ever line you up
Never.
at tight end?
Well, it's hard because
It's hard
the
being a
last
center,
year
though.
being a center, they would know. I mean, but in my younger days, I was a fullback, like youth football. But ever since I put on the weight, gone.
It's gonna be like
Was Mike Allstott your guy growing up? Were you like,
No,
It's probably before your
I don't want to say because my guy is on this list still. So
okay,
Smart. Don't tip.
smart.
oh,
I know who it is now.
yeah,
He's on my list as well.
Yeah, the Fridge is my pick. Ken, Jack, you're up.
You didn't take my pick, thank God. I think this is such a lethal back-to-back team with Butterbean, and it's the fucking hefty lefty, Jared Lorenzen. I loved Jared Lorenzen. Just something about him in that, was it the River Monsters, whatever that minor football team is?
It's like
he
was
Arena
like-
League or something, right?
Yeah, where he like dodges the guy and just like whips it. It's just, there's something about the hefty lefty, rest in peace, that I just fucking loved. Well, I guess everyone did too. But Jared Lorenzen, such a great just size quarterback guy. Another guy where I think if you're imagining like large athletes, he's more just one of those guys. Just because it's out of position, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like if you're a quarterback, you shouldn't be that big. But he is, and he's amazing, and I love that. So I think that adds another layer to it. So Butterbean and the hefty lefty back to back, I think is just. I love this team already.
That's a filthy duo. I thought I'd be able to get Lorenzen in like the fourth round. I thought a lot of people would sleep on him. Did you guys sleep on him? Did you guys
He's on
have
my
him?
list.
All right.
I was
No,
going to
Mick
try to
Foley.
take him
Yeah.
later too. I didn't
Yeah,
think he'd go this
I didn't
high.
think he'd go this high. I'm not.
I
saying
couldn't
he's
let him
not-
fall. I couldn't let
Yeah.
him fall any further.
Yeah, you got to take your guy. You got to run to the podium sometimes. And Lorenzen, and it's also a respect pick because, we're all probably not here if it weren't for Jared
Churning.
Lorenzen.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, for people that don't know, Jared Lorenzen kind of brokered the deal to get Barstool sold.
Yeah. He was.
So.
I hope he got.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I hope he got a finder's fee for that.
yeah, for real.
Wow.
In 2015, he
2015.
put Dave in contact with Peter Turnin and the Turnin Group and Mike Kearns and the whole squad, and that's how Barstool got purchased the first time.
And
Shout
how
out to Big Man.
it blew up.
Yeah,
Because
for
without
sure.
that capital, it probably does. Like the New York move doesn't happen. It probably just continues on the way it had been
Yep.
going. So
Yeah, legend for that. Legend for just being a big man, being able to play quarterback. The hefty lefty, the Pillsbury throw boy.
Yes,
Great
forgot about
nicknames
that
too.
there was a moment in 2007 where Eli was really struggling for the Giants, and there was discussions where maybe you bench Eli and put Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah,
That was a real discussion. Obviously, they went on to win the Super Bowl with Eli, but yeah, so he got a Super Bowl ring, and he had I don't know how long he played in the league, but I feel like it was at least 5 years.
Yeah.
But everybody's definitely, whether it was NCAA or NFL, done the my player career and just made your guy heaviest athlete.
Yeah.
Put him at quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the hefty lefty right
Did
there.
he
You're right,
wear-
yeah.
Did he wear, what number was he, 22 in college?
He
Not
wore a
positive.
weird number. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he was
Just
like a
Kentucky, though, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
My
22,
buddy's got
yeah.
he's got a jersey, a Pillsbury Throwboy jersey from Kentucky. Legend for being that size and be able to play quarterback. That's like every kid's dream, and it's so unattainable. But speaks to how good he fucking was to be able to do that. So shout out to you, Jared. R.I.P. Beef.
Alrighty, back over to me. We gotta go with another iconic, great name here, Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
You just see that guy put a beer in his hands, and it just looks like a Dixie cup.
Yeah.
And he is just 7 foot, way large, and he's crushing you.
Yeah. I mean, he's like did you see the documentary?
No.
No, there's one on
Andre or
HBO. Yeah, and he his whole life was so uncomfortable, like him stuffing into planes. You ever see the picture of him on the plane?
Yeah.
Makes
It
sense.
was just like it's like fucking
How
brutal.
tall was he?
He was seven something. So to be 7 feet and to
500
still,
pounds.
look what like
7'4", 520.
Yeah.
Big.
So I played football at Indiana with Declan McMahon, Vince's grandson.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and Shane and Declan would tell us stories about Andre the Giant, with Vince going on planes with him, and he said they would go to dinner together, like him, Vince, Hulk Hogan, and he would drink, 4 or 5 bottles of wine, and just be totally fine.
Walk down the street, hang
And
out.
like Vince and they'll have a glass of wine, and he would have a whole bottle.
Yeah.
And just drink it casually, or he'd go on a plane and drink 100 beers, going from New York to Vegas or something. And it's like the stories that they have on Andre the Giant. It's just truly big man-esque, and what he did in the ring was truly beautiful as well.
Yeah. No.
great voice too.
Yeah.
Like that's a great big man voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good pick. Chief.
I'll go David Wells. So sneaky, like great pitcher. They had the famous story where he was a perfect game or a no hitter. Perfect game, right?
I think he threw a perfect game. I think you're right.
Perfect game, like super hungover, super fat. Was always fat. Like some athletes and baseball players come in and they're in shape. If you look at David Wells, like early in his career with the Blue Jays, still fat. Like he was just always fat. Could always pitch. Fun guy to watch. And then had a long. Like when did he finish? Because I know he
He had
had
a
like
long
the stint
career.
with the Red Sox.
And still with the White
See.
Sox too.
Stint with the White Sox. Obviously, best days were with the Yankees, but moved around a lot. And just like a guy who leaned into like the big boy life. Like, yeah, I'll show up after having 1,000 beers the night before and go out and pitch a perfect game.
Guess how many seasons he pitched?
16.
21.
Oh,
Wow. Insane.
21 seasons.
That's crazy. You look at that guy, and it's like nothing I know makes sense.
Yeah, body's a temple. Got to be that way. He played 21 years in the league. I mean, what are you going to say?
Yeah. I mean, like the way that they're conditioning these kids now.
yeah.
And then you see David Wells trotted out there and threw for 21 seasons is crazy.
It is.
See, but that's why we love like a DJ Burns when they come into the league, or you see them on March Madness or whatever. When you see an athlete that doesn't match what like the conditioning they put through kids in like AAU or whatever in the minor leagues for every sport, and then you just see like a big guy come in and dominate, you love it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You're up again, Chief.
All right. So this is more. I'm switching my strategies after watching Ken Jack do it. I have to have this guy on my list, and I feel like he might not make it past. It is March Madness. I want Khalid El-Amin. So, do you guys know Khalid El-Amin?
Who?
No.
No.
Is there an all one here? Who?
This makes me sad. So he was the UConn point guard when they won the national championship the first time. So 1999. So I was 13, but he was a fat kid playing point guard at the highest level. I think he might have had like a couple of years in the NBA, but just an like big baggy t-shirt to kind of cover his body and play the whole game. But they had like him. I think was that the Rip Hamilton team. But you guys don't know Khalid El-Amin, huh?
No. Will you pull him up here?
Yeah, I just pulled him up. Yeah. Here we go.
Ken Jack.
Oh yeah, he's a bigger guy.
Do you know Khalid El-Amin?
I'm just looking at pictures of him now. That's a big
Wow.
guy.
Okay, so I could have had him in the 5th round.
Yeah,
Playing
that
point
hurts.
guard, though.
So this is like an age gap thing, I think. How old are you? You're young. How old are you?
30.
Yeah, you're young too, because he would have won it when I was 13. So like I have vivid memories of Khalid El-Amin. He's like one of those March Madness like lures, and they beat Duke, and like they were a huge underdog in that game because that was like Shane Battier and those guys, and he's just like, we're gonna shock the world, we're gonna shock the world, and then it's like this little pudgy point guard, which you don't like. You see, there are big men NBA guys like you drafted Shaq that are fat. You don't see big guards.
This guy was like 6. How tall was he? 6'2", 6'3"?
I think smaller than
wide.
that. 5'10".
5'10".
Wow.
Yeah, 5'10". Right. So, and just like a round little pudgy point guard who I loved because I hadn't grown at that point and I had baby fat, so he was like a version of me. Yeah, I looked up to Khalid El-Amin.
I mean, you guys kind of look alike too. So.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Very similar, yeah.
They played for the Bulls too.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I should know.
I'm surprised that no one knows Khalid El-Amin. I hope this gets love on the internet because he was a legend.
Hey, let's pause for a second because I want to talk about American Home Shield. What do you and your bracket and your home appliances and systems have in common? It's that they both tend to get busted. Now, as a benefit with select American Home Shield warranty plans, you can conveniently video chat with a live repair expert to help assess or fix an issue. Talk about taking home protection to the next level. And thanks to American Home Shield, we are able to video chat in our college basketball Bobby Riggs to get an expert assist as you pick your favorite teams for the 2025 tournament. Riggs, what do we got?
Yeah, West Virginia men's basketball has the most wins by a program to never win a national title. And this year will not be their year either, as they missed getting a bid to the big dance. Back to you, Eddie.
Thank you, Riggs. We're here to help prevent the busted bracket, just like American Home Shield is here to help with a busted home appliance or system. I talked about it a couple weeks ago, but I'm having a problem with my fridge. The magnets on the fridge are just not sticking, so there seems to be an issue with they're not aligned or something's going on. That would be great where I could just FaceTime or video chat with one of their home experts, and he could kind of tell me what's going on, or they could have someone come out and fix it up. So that's really where they come in. They'll help fix or replace covered parts of home systems and appliances, no matter their age. And like I said, the added benefit of the video chat feature, it helps you connect with a live repair expert to assess the damage or fix a home issue in real time. Listeners can get 20% off any plan today. Just visit ahs.com/dogwalk to sign up. Don't wait until something is busted. Get ahead of home repairs with AHS. Go to ahs.com/dogwalk for 20% off any plan today. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. Go check out AHS. All right, Khalid El-Amin.
Damn, now I'm mad. I could have had him in the fifth.
Yeah, that hurt.
You definitely could have had that one in the fifth.
Fuck.
Could have had him in the 10th.
100%. I gotta go with the largest player I think to ever wear a pair of skates. Big Z, Zdeno Chara.
Oh, he's not fat at all. You don't get him.
What do you mean? He's a big man draft.
He's 6'9".
This is fat.
He's tall. I don't think he's heavy
6'9".
enough.
No, this is
Okay.
a
So you're gonna be all right. I'll
this
change
is a
it
guy who he hikes Mount Kilimanjaro and does Tour de France
I'll pull him off the list.
races to
Pull him
train.
off the list. Is Escalade from An 1 big enough?
I don't know Escalade.
Oh my
but
god.
You don't know Escalade from An 1?
Yes.
He's got to be the all-time fattest basketball player.
Holy shit, he is.
Holy shit! Yeah, this
dude
qualifies.
moves.
Troy Jackson
videos-
is his name.
He does some of the all-time funny, coolest like assist videos you'll ever see on the YouTube highlight reels. They're so good.
Yeah, we talk about a guy that can ball.
Oh, I've seen
We're
this
talking
guy.
about R.I.P.
Oh.
Everybody knows Escalade. They don't
really
know
good
Khalid
hands.
El-Amin.
Yeah, everybody knows Escalade. So that's my pick then. Yeah,
All right,
I'll go
good
with
pick.
Escalade.
It's a good pick. I do remember him now.
He has the one clip right where he like throws the assist, then he's like looking at the camera and he does
Yeah.
like something like
He does
like
like
that.
the point, I think it is.
Yes, he does the point as the guy's like dunking or something. Oh, it's so cool.
All right. I don't know if this is true, but the internet says his brother is Mark Jackson.
No way.
That's what it says. It says siblings, Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
His real
Holy
name is
shit.
Troy Jackson.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's a good basketball family.
Yeah, I'd say.
Seriously. Holy
Apparently.
shit. That's nuts.
That's how you know they got skills.
The Escalade.
Yeah.
The younger brother of Mark Jackson.
6'10", 375.
Wow.
Damn.
There's no way he had to be.
That's a
more
great
than that.
pick. I would have never thought of that. That's an awesome pick.
Great pick.
Very good pick.
So, but you're saying though, I could have gotten the 5th round, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But
Well, it's
you
gotta
never
be.
know. That's the draft. Like
That's how it goes. Hey,
I
I'm
thought
not,
I
I'm
could
not
get-
mad with the pick.
I thought I
love
could
the
get Lorenzen in the 4th, and apparently not.
I was going to
Fucking Khalid, that you're gonna die on that. That hill is gonna be. It's just you. It's good. I really hope someone stands up for you in the posts.
It will end up. It's a bad pick now because you guys don't know him, but he epitomizes this type of draft.
It'll be you and like Jeff D and Jack Mac, and that's it. And they'll be like, "Yeah,
I'm gonna need Jeff Delo to come to my defenses on the internet."
Jack Mac doing a green screen.
Yeah.
Ken Jack, you're up.
I'm happy. My next pick on my list, my order made it all the way back. I'm gonna go with Bartolo Colon. Bartolo is just that's an all-time. I just keep leeching you. I'm sorry, Eddie. But I mean, Bartolo, that's a great big guy athlete right there. When he hit that home run on the Mets, you could hear the planet shake. Everybody was cheering for that moment. And on top of that, being just an awesome pitcher and lasting like almost kind of, I feel like almost with Wells too. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Bartolo played 20 years. Like he played a long ass time.
Over 20 years.
Yeah, and he was a big dude, and he just kept dealing. He just kept fucking dealing. And again, being a pitcher that can hit a home run, something about that. There's a lot of magic to that, and especially when you're, I think a bigger guy makes it better than if it's like Madison Bumgarner or whatever. So I love Bartolo Colon. And plus, like Bartolo, that's just a big guy name.
Yeah,
like Bart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He also had 21 years. You're right.
And I think the interesting thing too is he started his career, I think, with the Braves.
Indians.
Okay. Well, the Braves built a stadium in like whatever his first year was. He played his entire career. Before they finished Bartolo's career, the Braves rebuilt their stadium.
Oh, that's
he lasted an entire
crazy.
stadium in the MLB.
Wow.
He did win a Cy Young too in 2005 with the Angels.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go.
But his later
97
years.
to 18. Yeah. Damn. 4-time All-Star too. Yeah.
His later years, he was a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fell off his numbers. He fell off a cliff starting in 2017. But he was 44 years old.
Yeah, and he was just a cartoon. Like they would trot him out there, and it was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I'm up. Damn, fuck you, Ken Jack.
I think Ken Jack is running away.
I know. I'm gonna take my one lineman, and it's a D lineman. I'm gonna go with Vince Wilfork.
Yep. I knew you were going to say that.
All time. Him in the overalls on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Like,
Bingo.
Just got to compete here. Just got to compete.
Yeah.
With the overalls?
Yes. Yeah. All time. He's one of the most. I think one of the most lovable guys too.
Absolutely.
Nobody hates Vince Wilfork.
And another guy who I don't think he was 6 feet tall. I think he was like 5'10", 5'11".
And I'm like pretty sure known as obviously he was that big, but he was a pretty good athlete too.
He could windmill dunk a basketball.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think
incredible.
Didn't he have like a 40-yard dash against Tom Brady and like absolutely smoked him. I feel like that's part of the legend of Vince Wilfork too.
He ran a 5.08.
That's very,
508.
very, very
That's good.
impressive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's very good.
5.08. He was 6'2".
Yeah, it does say so.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was like as wide as he is tall.
Yeah. 5.08.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What did Chris? Who's the Chiefs? The
Chris
Chiefs
Jones?
lineman? Chris Jones. What did he run when his dick fell out?
Sub 5, I think. At least 4.8.
He's sub 5, but he's definitely above 5. I can see.
Yeah,
on the
no,
fucking-
for sure. That thing was hanging.
Fucking, that's a great pick, Vince. I love that. The overalls picture really does. I think that completes the picture here. The overalls.
Yeah.
It does. Damn, he
In his barbecue.
he went in the same draft as fucking Tommy Harris. I didn't realize that.
Damn.
Different type of guy.
I know, but still, he had a lot more longevity.
Yeah.
Katic, you're up.
All right. I think you guys know what my next pick was going to be. Fat for his position for sure. Jerome Bettis.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Going with him. The bus. Growing up a Pittsburgh fan. He was like my role model. And then I'm going to swing it back to a wrestling pick, The Big Show.
Yeah.
You didn't
Go
look at
with
my
him.
sheet, did you?
No, I
He's
didn't.
Definitely.
I had him on there.
All right. I love the wrestling love.
Yeah.
I have one wrestler on my list too that I'm
Me
waiting
too.
for. Oh fuck! I might take him next because I know you're probably gonna take him, Ken Jack, you cocksucker.
It's sniping all your picks.
I
You
know.
have to take
I
it.
have
Next
to
time
take
it
it
comes around,
next.
you have to take
I know. I literally have to take it next. Yeah, Jerome Bettis is a good pick. He's one of those guys that's just I remember watching him and be like, how does this
work?
How does this make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was nimble.
Yeah.
Like he would just bounce around. He wasn't like there are big backs who are just like bulldozers. I wouldn't describe him that way. Like he was quick. Notre Dame guy.
Yeah.
Great nickname too.
Yeah.
The boss.
Like maybe the most fitting nickname there is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The Big Show is so good. He's like fucking massive. And whenever somebody would lift the Big Show and the whole arena would like erupt, because it's like, how do you lift a man this size? Like it's great stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a wrestling guy. I do recognize this. Has he done other things?
He's been an actor.
Yeah, he was Captain Insano in The Waterboy.
Yeah.
Okay. He also looks like he kind of looks like the guy. What's the Pawn Stars in his face?
Rick Harrison.
Rick Harrison.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
That's a good call. All right, Kenjack, I got to take him now because it sounds like he might be on your list. But to me, like, listen, no disrespect to Andre the Giant, no disrespect to the Big Show. Those are big guys, but they moved like big guys. To me, what Mick Foley did, being his stature, jumping off fucking Hell in the Cell, and the pure torture that guy would take, makes him the best athlete. Fathlete, whatever you want to call it. Like, he embodies what that means.
Yeah.
Was that who you had on yours?
I like
That wasn't the wrestler I had, no.
Okay.
But it is a very good pick. That is because he was never like skinny, but he was doing all the athletic things, getting the Rock throwing him off the fucking ladder while his daughter's in the crowd watching, like into like nails and shit. It's crazy.
How
Yeah,
about Undertaker throwing him off the top of the cell?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he did shit that nobody else would do aside from Shane McMahon. But Shane McMahon's in a lot better shape than Mick Foley. Mick, do you know who he is?
I just Googled him, but no.
Yeah?
I don't even recognize him. To be
Really?
Yeah, no.
I mean, legend. Like, won the title against The Rock on Raw, like, one Monday is like one of the biggest Raw, like, turning points of all time in the Monday Night Wars. He was great. Mick Foley was great.
And he could do it all. I mean, I think there was a WrestleMania where, so it's like 30 they count down. He was in it 3 different times as 3 different characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
wow.
was in it as himself.
Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've definitely heard of Mankind before, too.
Yeah, so he was Mankind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Mankind is when he like fell off the cage and shit.
Yeah.
When he got thrown off the cage and got chokeslammed through the cage by the Undertaker. Because I think like Big Show and like Andre, they kind of have their matches like tailored because they could only do certain things. I could be wrong though. Foley could kind of do it all. Like, he could hop in a match with The Rock and it was like, all right, let's do it. So, great athlete, big boy.
It's a good pick. Good
And
pick.
I loved Mick Foley. Well, I loved Mankind. I didn't love the character Mick Foley. Kenjack, you're up.
I have my wrestler, so I might save him for later. I think I'll also go to football, and I'll take fucking Siragusa. Tony Siragusa. That's
what
a
a
big.
pick.
That's a big boy.
What
you want
a pick.
He was the way he was shaped like Baymax. You know, like this. He was just like purely round, and he would just move people. And on top of that, I think like Goose, good nickname. Like he had like his post football career, which is also nice. He's also very funny. Whenever like they had the Hard Knocks from from the Ravens, and he was hysterical.
Yeah.
He was such a funny dude. So I think Goose is a good, as far as like you're talking about big boys that could move, Goose is one of them.
Yeah. R.I.P. Goose.
R.I.P.
Big R.I.P.
R.I.P. Beef, you're up.
You didn't go twice?
No. You just go one. He goes Chief
I
goes
go
twice.
Yeah, Chief goes
Chiefs
twice.
goes.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, my apologies.
He's already written me off after Khalid El-Amin.
I'm taking the world heavyweight champion of all time. It's been a couple years, so maybe you're going to yell at this one, but Muhammad Ali. In his time, he was super big. He's the world heavyweight champion in boxing.
But is he fat?
Not fat.
So I'm just picking too many skinny fat guys. What you're talking
I mean,
I'm on the
Muhammad
slender
Ali.
side.
Muhammad Ali was like
When you look at him, you don't think, oh, he's
six-pack.
a fat. You know, he's.
I mean,
fat.
maybe at like the very end.
All right, I'll change it. I'll change it here, guys.
There are fat heavyweight boxers though.
For sure.
Butterbean.
There's one he
Yeah.
faced.
Yep.
Let's go with the fat guy then. I guess our ultra fat guy, BJ Raji. Hate him. He plays for the
Yeah, that's a
Packers,
big
but BJ Raji.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
That'll at
That's
least
good too because he also had like offensive moments where like he I believe rushed in a touchdown at least, and he also had like a pick six. Where
Yeah,
he ran
thanks
it
he
for
in.
bringing
did.
that up.
He
He definitely
did.
did have a pick
Yeah.
six. Cool story, Ken Jack.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was against the Bears. My bad.
It was in the NFC
Yeah,
Championship.
it sucked. It was the worst time.
That was
They did his little dance where he put his hand on his head. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you took him.
well, you didn't let me take whoever I had here.
yeah.
Well, you took Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Not fat. Muhammad Ali had a six-pack.
heavyweight champion.
heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Yeah.
You see the movie Heavyweights? Best movie.
A great
Great
He would be
movie.
in there. He's on the perfect
There's
system.
another boxer that recently passed that would have been a great pick if you wanted to have a fat boxer.
I already got a boxer. I got.
Look at
No, I don't.
that guy's fat.
World heavyweight champion. Says heavyweight.
BJ Raji doing that stupid fucking dance.
I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. He wasn't my first choice.
I think that there is a. Well, I'll do him for honorable mention.
It'll be unfortunately burning my brain forever.
This guy tried to take Zdeno Chara, the fittest hockey player ever, and Muhammad Ali, who had
Beef's just taking
2 ounces.
Giants.
Yeah, we're taking.
taking.
I mean, all right. Yeah.
Chief, you're back up.
I'll do Charles Barkley.
Yeah, that's a great late pick.
Yeah. Charles Barkley and the Rockets. There is also that story where I can't remember who the team was, but it was like in his draft class that he intentionally put on like 30 pounds before his workout, so because he didn't want to go there, so he tried to scare the team away, so he got super fat and then like slimmed down for his next workout as best he could. So Charles Barkley, he's fatter as a broadcaster than he was as a player, but he on the like Rockets, and he would always have like weight issues, but I feel like Charles Barkley in the fourth is good value.
You sounded disappointed to take him.
I just feel like I'm getting left off the graphic, so I think I'm cooked because you guys don't know Khalid El-Amin.
I mean,
Fucking Al-Alamein, man, is...
I wouldn't say you're dead yet, but
No, I mean I'm looking at Ken Jackson. I'm like,
yeah, but that's not the point. The point is to get to the dance.
Well, I'm
Gotta get
not-
to the dance for a chance to win.
yeah, but I am now gonna go with an actual hockey player because he's just near and dear to my heart, Dustin Byfuglien. So
Wow.
He was always fat. There was a time when he was a prospect where he weighed over 300 pounds. He slimmed down. He played at like 263, but he was just a fat kid. He was just always a fat kid and just strong as an ox. There's a clip of him when he was on the Jets, and there's like a fight breaking out in front of the net, and he just grabs two guys who are both like over 200 pounds by their back of their shirt collars on their jerseys, and just skates backwards with dragging both guys, and could shoot at 100 miles an hour. He was an absolute freak of nature, but like genuinely fat. And if you like, there'll be pictures of him in the off season on boats because he's like a big outdoors guy with his shirt off, and you're like, dude, like how are you gonna play in like the Stanley Cup Finals in 6 months? Because he had like a very, very high BMI. Just didn't care about working out at all, but an absolute stud. So Dustin Byfuglien, had to have him on my graphic, and since I was sunk, I wanted to give him some shine.
Stanley Cup winner.
Stanley Cup winner 2010, Dustin Byfuglien.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Beef, you're up again.
This is the last pick, right? So I gotta go Big Ben Roethlisberger.
I think that counts. I think that counts.
I was gonna, yeah.
I mean, I can't have 3 picks in a row where I get
No, I agree.
handcuffed here.
Yeah,
Can
no.
I?
No, I think Ben counts.
Yeah,
Ben applies.
It's in its name, Big Ben.
Yeah.
I think he makes it into the Hall of Fame one day.
I
no, he
probably
will.
should, yeah.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh guy says he's a Hall of Famer.
And he's got like the P.F. Chang's moments and whatnot
Yeah.
to.
He just has a fat face. Like his
Yeah, he
his
does.
face always looked fat in a helmet.
And he looked fat with his rib protector. on. He just
Yeah.
looked fat and slow. And
Yeah.
And
Can sling it.
every like defensive player would say he's like the hardest quarterback to take down.
Yeah, 'cause he
You
just
can't-
wouldn't go
you
down,
can't take
yeah.
him down. Yeah.
Big Ben. Kenjack, you're up.
I'm caught between a bunch of them right now. I think like I'm between size versus skill. Like what do I want? Like the better athlete or the better big guy? And I think I'll go I'll go Glenn Davis. Glenn Davis is a big guy. That's you want to talk about just large basketball players. He, on top of being large, was also good. I think he's in prison right now.
He is in prison.
Oh, what'd he do?
Big baby, Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big baby.
Big
Money
baby
laundering,
in
I
the
think
name.
it was.
Damn.
Yeah. But big Glenn Davis, when him and Shaq were going back and forth, always funny. But I liked watching him because he was just large and could back anybody down, and was also good. So I think that the twofold there didn't really have like a super long career, but I always liked watching him play. So I'll go with Glenn Davis.
Another one who's backed up by a perfect nickname.
Yeah, big baby is
Big
just
baby.
Yeah.
And I believe Kevin Garnett made him cry during a game. I think
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he was just talking so much shit to him.
KG just does that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and
Called tr-
18 other former NBA players were indicted by a federal grand jury
Wow.
on charges of conspiracy to commit health care fraud and wire fraud for allegedly defrauding the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan.
Who cares? Guys can't have fun anymore. He's just chilling with his buddies, just fucking making some money. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just the all-time leading scorer now in the prison system. Is that what you're
Correct.
saying? He's-
Last May, he was sentenced to 40 months in prison.
Jesus.
Big baby in the pen. Okay, it's to me. I'm going to take that guy. I'm going to take that heavyweight boxer. It's Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he was high on my list.
May not be the most overweight guy, but he was just
He looks big.
he was a flabby guy.
Yeah.
You know? Absolutely dominant. The fucking man.
The Gypsy King.
The Gypsy King was a
Great
treat to
nickname.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like helped me get back in
For sure.
to heavyweight boxing. You know, him, Wilder, Usyk, those guys really did a great job at like making the division relevant again.
Yeah, and like that, the Wilder fights versus him specifically was such a contrast because Wilder might be the most jacked person of all time.
Ripped.
Like absolutely shredded, like bulldozer shoulders, just shredded. And then Tyson Fury.
Damn, now that I say that, there's another one that I did.
There is another one that I'm surprised no one took yet. I'm shocked no one took it.
Fuck, I wish I took him instead of Fury. Motherfucker.
I don't even know who you're thinking of, actually.
Me neither. I'm not taking it, so you can say it.
And Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him on
Andy
the-
Ruiz. Andy Ruiz. I forgot about Andy Ruiz.
Dude, he was so fat. And Joshua, like Wilder, was ripped.
Yes.
So ripped. And Joshua was huge. Or Ruiz was huge. It's crazy.
Yeah, like Joshua was like a Greek guy. And the best was, it was the easiest fight to predict, the fight after Joshua. Because, like, you know, he just celebrated for however long and just came in even more, like, out of shape and just got absolutely his doors blown off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fuck. I should have thought of Andy Ruiz. But I'm happy with Fury. Fury's
Yeah, it's a great pick.
all-time bad body guy for what he was able to do. So, that's my last pick. And then, Mike Katic, you can take the Mr. Irrelevant here.
All right, I'm going to go route not many people go, I don't think. I'm going to go to the Olympics. I'm going to take the best shot putter to ever live, American, 3-time gold medal winner, Ryan Crouser.
Back to back to back.
I don't know if back to back.
I'm looking him up.
My thing is, you look at, I know it happens every 4 years, but to sustain that amount of success over 12 years, he's 320 pounds or something.
Big boy.
Absolute monster. I went a route, I stuck my head out there. I didn't know if it was going to be received well, but I'm going with Ryan Crouser. I watched him this past Olympics, and he absolutely killed it, destroyed everyone. And he's a big dude, so, yeah.
Redhead with the mullet plays. I love that.
Yeah, he is a big boy. Don't know anything about him besides that, but
Did you know about him before he said something?
no.
Okay.
Did you?
No.
No. All right. Let's do some honorable mentions here. Jack, who do you got?
From the soccer world, Ronaldo was like well known for being fat. Like not Cristiano Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo. Like when he got heavier towards the end of his career, it was
R9.
just-
Yeah.
and he was just demolishing people. Phil Kessel, I was surprised no one took, but I don't know if you consider him like fat. He's more like
He's like,
Husky.
Yeah, he.
I think it's his face.
he definitely
more.
counts. He's like lazy fat, but like if you saw him walking down the street, I don't think you'd be like, that's a fat guy. I do have a good Phil Kessel story. I was at a Penguins Ducks game in 2016 or 17, and my friend was very good friends with this guy who was on the Penguins. So we were waiting for him after the game, and the way that they exited the stadium, there was a little door behind the benches. So the locker room, back to the bench, and then you walk out through the concourse. So we're at the top of the concourse, and this guy with like, and kind of like, he looked like an accountant kind of guy, like ill-fitting suit, just looked like a slob. And I saw him out of the corner of my eye, and I didn't pay any attention. He walks up the stairs, starts to do a little jog, trips, falls right at our feet, and it was Phil Kessel. Just like, Jesus Christ. It was in Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
He was playing for Pittsburgh, but it was in Anaheim.
He was a big hot dog guy, right? Too, which I think also plays into it.
Yeah, that was the bit. He loved the hot dogs. But he's like another guy like John Daly, where people say, like, coming out of his draft, like his draft year, he was in the 06 draft. There was a moment where people were like, the year before, like, would you take him over Crosby? Like, because he was so, as a 17-year-old before he got fat, he was so unbelievably good that people, like Crosby would have gone number one, but it was like a discussion for a little bit. Yeah. Kessel was for sure going to be the number two. Then by the next year, he went like 5 or 6. And because like the book was out, like this guy just doesn't work hard at all. But he he is like one of the most talented guys of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Also, somebody that's had a long career. I think if you look at his seasons, it's got to be 17 plus.
Yeah, because he could just fill it up. Like
Yeah.
he was really, really skilled.
And he's like got the Iron Man streak right now, right? At least for active players.
He's
that stop?
He's
I think that
not under
ended.
contract right now.
No, because he took over Yandel's active streak whenever they.
Well, because he never put himself in a position to get hurt ever. Like someone
take a
else,
check.
someone else can do it.
But still, to not accidentally get hurt.
almost 1,300 games played. I mean, plus minus is kind of an outdated stat. So he has 992 points for his career. He's a minus 155 for his career. So you guys know what plus minus is? It's
It's like when you're on the ice.
versus not. So like that is
Not good.
not good.
But he's known as a great player.
Yeah, like he's a great offensive player.
Did he win 2 Stanley Cups with
He
the
won
Penguins?
both with the Penguins. Yeah.
I remember that.
He was one of them. Oliver Miller was another guy I considered just a massive NBA player.
Yep.
Yokozuna was the wrestler I was thinking of, by the way,
okay.
Eddie. He just insanely round.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Pablo Sandoval he was so heavy. He basically went
panda.
from being an incredible player to just like, you can't play anymore. And the swing where he swung and his belt broke mid swing. That's one of the
That's
best
like a
big athletes.
cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he did like a full like Scooby-Doo almost like 360 swing and his belt snapped under his belt. Like that's just great stuff.
Didn't the
so
Red
that'd
Sox?
be the other one I think
The
of.
Red Sox
And
gave him like a big contract.
Yeah.
Like he was terrible instantly.
Yeah.
He was on the Giants.
So
he won a World Series, got fat, went to the Red Sox,
Yeah.
and sucked.
Yeah. Got fatter.
Yeah.
CC Sabathia I'd probably think of too because
Yeah.
he was
He's on
like
my
playing at
list, too.
300. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he applies really well because he had the stories. Remember, it was like, what'd you do? You lost 20 pounds. CC's like, I stopped eating Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like I stopped eating cereal with mascots. I think was or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'd only eat like cereal that didn't have a mascot, like Wheat Thins or something.
Yeah, like that's.
But then do you remember when he lost weight and he looked good physically? He like lost the super.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Then I feel like he got fatter and got better again somehow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any more, Ken Jack?
No, that was basically all mine.
Chief?
John Kruk, Cecil Fielder, David Ortiz, and that was all I had.
I had Poppy, too. Poppy's like the perfect amount of pudgy, but he definitely would have played.
Yeah.
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 I mean, he was fat,
Yeah.
but he was just like a Paul Bunyan kind of guy. Where
Yeah.
it's just like he just looks fucking strong. Too.
Yeah.
Dense.
Yeah. Where I feel like there are other baseball players who are like Pablo Sandoval, like he's just fat. Like
Mike?
I had Yao Ming.
Yao Ming was.
Would
tall.
you consider
He's a tall
that?
guy.
I mean,
I
he's
wouldn't
probably-
call him.
That would have been on my
He
list,
was probably
probably.
close
That
to-
guy. I got the no,
It's
not
very
Denver
close to
Broncos.
360. That's why I didn't say anything. A bunch of like Warren Sapp. I had like Hall of Fame Orlando Pace, Mean Joe Green, Alan Faneca, a bunch of O linemen that I just were Hall of Famers.
Just Hall of Fame O lineman.
Yeah.
Just every liner for the O lineman that is in the Hall of Fame.
Michael Orr as a kid.
Yeah, they are on this list.
Miguel Cabrera. He
Yeah.
probably should have been drafted.
Yeah,
he was so fat. Like when he came up, he was 19. He was ripped.
Yeah.
he just got fatter and fatter, but then won triple crowns while
Yes.
being super
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. Beef.
I got Bob Sapp, Big Bob Sapp. He used to play football. It's whatever. Eddie Chicken Nuggets Lacey, who was not
Yes.
good,
Oh yeah.
but he got fat.
Yeah,
he
China
was
food.
really fat.
Yeah.
yeah. I got it.
And then there was this guy in the UFC, which I don't know his actual name, but he went by Big Country. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
he was like
that
a white
Roy?
guy. Roy something. Yep.
Oh, and I got another one too. Actually, when you said BJ Raji, when I think fat Packers D lineman, it's before your time probably. But Gilbert Brown, do you remember Gilbert Brown?
No clue.
So when the Packers were good with Favre, he was their defensive tackle, and he went to like Texas.
God, this guy's huge.
He's enormous. He had to be 400 pounds.
Who is it?
Gilbert Brown.
Was Roy Nelson, by the way.
Roy Nelson. There you go.
But there was, I think he went to like Texas A&M or something. I remember like reading this in Sports Illustrated as a kid. But Gilbert Brown, when he was in college, they put him on this like strict diet to get it. Like, dude, like you are just so like you can't play at this. Like you can't do it. So he was on like a spinach or a lettuce diet, and he was gaining weight. And they're like, how the fuck is this possible? And then they found out that after football, after the team meal where he was given salads, he would go home and have 2 large extra cheese pizzas by himself in his dorm. So, but Gilbert Brown was fucking enormous.
Dude, his nickname was the Grave Digger. That's good.
That's an awesome nickname.
That's sick.
I have a few here. Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Gotta respect an all-time nickname too, Keith Tractor Trailer.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. is right. He was a big boy.
He was a big boy. I think he was a top 10 pick.
He was good.
I think he was drafted ahead of Paul Pierce. Like,
Was he? Let's
Jesus.
look that up. Keith Tractor.
No, you think
It's
it's
such a good
Tractor Trailer for the
nickname.
Bears?
Oh, not Keith. No. Robert Trailer. Sorry, my apologies.
yeah.
I was talking about tractors, but Keith Trailer plays too. For the record.
Oh,
Damn, 6th
He was
overall.
6th overall.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Vince Carter than him. That's insane.
yeah. And then another defensive tackle, Bear, Patriot, Ted Washington.
Yep.
You guys remember Ted
Yep.
Washington?
How about was it Dan Connolly, the guy that on the Patriots that ran back the onside kick? I think right versus the Packers.
the
I don't
offensive
remember his
lineman went,
name. I
like,
remember
70
the
yards
play.
against
I
the
think
Giants,
that
maybe?
was, yeah.
Yeah, he like ran it back all the way. He was on the Patriots. He ran it back to like the 1 or
Yeah.
something, and he was just sitting there, just in like the
Yeah.
holding R1,
Bread
just
basket.
sprinting.
Bread basket.
Who's the guy that played offensive tackle for Baylor? And he was like their tight end, and he was 6'10", like 450.
Yeah.
Oh, he got
Recent guy. He just.
the guy. He was like,
was that his last name?
yeah, Sean Oakman.
Sean
But he
Oakman,
was he was jacked as
He was
fuck.
ripped.
But he was huge.
He was
450
huge.
pounds.
He was
Like a
huge.
fake- or like a-
Wasn't he like wrongfully accused?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ruined his.
Yeah.
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 There was some guy, I think it was some guy, Cody that was on the Ravens, where I remember they put a picture, it was an offensive lineman, and they posted a picture of him, and he was the largest man I think I've ever seen, because he was shirtless weighing in, and he like was medically not cleared to play because he was so like way over whatever the limit they had. I forget what his name was though. Terrence Cody, maybe?
I have a couple March legends. Do you guys remember Sim Bular?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on New Mexico State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I think
But wasn't
like,
he? He was like 7'6". Am I thinking of the right guy?
he was 7'5", 360.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Like just a force down low,
Yeah.
but like
Couldn't move.
him getting up and down the court, it was
Problem.
Yeah, it was like an hourglass. But he was a force of nature, and he was a blast to watch. He's an all-time March guy. The kid who was here, Connor Williams,
Yeah.
Yep.
he was an all-time.
Big Cozy.
Yeah,
Big cozy.
Big Cozy.
yeah, he was an all-timer, and then DJ Burns, obviously.
Yeah.
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 So there's a lot of March
Yeah.
heroes when it comes to this topic.
Tractor Trailer, Jason Williams, Larry Hughes, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Sometimes that happens in the drafts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have taken that guy in the 5th round.
Could have.
Right?
Probably. Damn.
Got him. All right, I'm going to read it off, and then how it works, Mike and Beef, we vote off who you think had the worst draft. So just write it down on a piece of paper. I'm going to refresh your brain a little bit and write down who you thought did the worst. Chief, Babe Ruth, David Wells, Khalid El-Amin, Charles Barkley, Dustin Byfuglien. Beef, Shaq, Andre the Giant, Escalade from And One, BJ Raji, Ben Roethlisberger. Ken Jack, Butterbean, Jerry Lorenzen, Bartolo Colon, Tony Siragusa, Glenn Davis, Eddie, John Daly, The Fridge, Vince Wilfork, Mick Foley, Tyson Fury. Katic, Larry Allen, Prince Fielder, Jerome Bettis, The Big Show, Ryan Crouser. I think it's actually a little harder than you think.
I know who I'm voting for, and it's not me.
Really? I think it's harder. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
think El-Amin did you in.
Yeah. And he shouldn't. He shouldn't. But I feel like for my audience here in the room, he might.
Fuck, this is kind of hard. I need a 10-second.
You know who you're voting for, Ken Jack?
I think I got mine.
It
It
probably
is
should
a
be
lot
me.
harder than I
tried
thought it
to
would
choose 3 other people in the draft that did not. fit
Hey,
the draft.
Beef, here's the thing. That shouldn't be held against you.
Okay,
These
100%.
assholes, you should apologize for last week, by the way.
For what?
For me getting, I mean, it was mostly Clemmer and Dave and Hubs, but the fact that I got voted off last week was the biggest injustice of this show in the
be.
history.
The Astros pick was insane. I can't believe he didn't get voted
White
off.
Sox
for that.
Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not even Clemmer's draft. It was fucking Cheeks, and he
Yeah, that too.
somehow.
All I know is that I want it going away.
Yeah, well, that's because I wasn't on the poll. But
Do a head-to-head, see what happens.
Fuck. Ken Jack, you go.
I think it is super close between probably Chief and Katic, but like I'd say Chief, and it's only because Khalid El-Amin I didn't know, and the Dustin Flugen you said or
Byfuglien.
Byfuglien. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with either. So those two I think just knock it off for me.
All right, one vote for Chief. Chief, who you got?
I got Katic.
Okay, one vote for Katic. Katic, who you got?
I got Chief. Just because I didn't know some of the guys.
Yeah.
2 votes for Chief, 1 vote for Katic. Beef, who you got?
I got Chief on mine too.
Fuck.
3 votes for Chief, and at that note,
You
Chief,
should
you're
still
voted
say your
off.
vote.
I voted for Beef.
Really?
But yeah.
I like
Chief,
Beef.
that's 3.
Other than BJ
Escalade
Raji.
is maybe
Escalade
the best
was
pick in this
great.
draft as
Yeah.
far as like
Yeah,
position and
Escalade's
pin.
good.
Yeah,
take.
probably. There was a lot of BJ Raji hate. It was kind of
I
personal.
don't like
so
BJ Raji either.
I know. It was bullshit on my end. I agree.
I panicked.
Yeah.
Okay?
But I
Fucking
was-
BJ Raji. That's a name that I like probably would not have thought about.
I did think about it.
Oh, I
I
think
did think about it.
I think about him too often.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
Nightmares.
Oh fuck! Did he do the discount double check thing too?
No,
After
he did like a little.
He
like,
put his hand on his
hula
head and
hoop
his hand on his
dance.
hip.
Wiggle?
and he did
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's no good.
Yeah, it was
No good.
disgusting.
No good. Very bad day.
Katic, thank you.
Yeah, no, this was awesome. First time doing this, and I loved it. Thanks for having me on.
Beef, thank you.
This was awesome. This
Yeah.
was fantastic. Thanks, guys, for having me.
And Ken Jack, as always, thank you.
Of course. Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Good to meet
absolutely.
you.
Likewise.
I'll see you guys.
meeting you-
I'll be
I'm-
here for the golf thing, by the
Okay,
way.
yeah.
So
Oh
I'll
yeah,
see you
mini
guys
golf
there.
in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say,
I
Chief?
feel like I'm meeting Ken Jack for the first time with that new face.
Yeah, because of the new face.
No beard Kenjack.
For real.
A new one.
All right, then. That's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for watching. We will be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.